Hands in the air now. Hands in the air now.
Whatever. I seen the shot stream, bro. I was there.
I'm
Get out
never
here.
drinking again.
They started without
Yeah,
you guys. I guess they don't know that everyone can hear what's going on right now, but what's going on? You guys are here for episode 30 of the Spring Trap. Thank you all for coming down. We got some special guests here today, including Clash Bashing, Cleric Dragoon as the co-host, and Kirstin, who is mod of the year. She basically mods everyone who plays anything on the internet. So we figured we'd have her
100%.
on the show just for some fun. I know you've seen her in my stream and Bash's stream, but we're going to talk a little about Clash today. We're going to be talking about whatever comes up in the chat. Remember the Spring Trap, guys. We have one topic that we're starting with, and that is Town Hall 12 meta, and from there, you guys are driving what the show is going to be all about. We have a brand new look. Thank you to Red Hot Queen for the new overlays, the new logo, new everything. So I'm a fan of it, and hopefully you guys like it as well. But I'm going to hand the mic over right now to Cleric Dragoon above me, and what's going on, Goon?
What is going on to everybody, man? I'm pretty excited. Love the new artwork, by the way. It is so sexy. Love the green screen stuff, man. Dude, this is pretty hype, man. You kind of snuck this in on me. I wasn't expecting all this, man.
Yeah, I did some work behind your back, man. You know, you're on outage
You
right
did.
now. I keep hearing you making.
You did, man.
I'm on outage. I'm working so hard, so I figured I'd just go
Guys,
and do it myself.
And the beard, like, you know what? I'm looking like
That
Grizzly
thing.
Adams right now, dude. I need a shave. I need a haircut, dude. I need a day off, man. And
It's
I need,
almost off the
I
screen,
need
it's so
W
long.
fuel. I'm telling you, man. Like, look, when I do my videos, like I do it like, what's going on, guys?
Try to hide the beard.
You know, I don't look like Grizzly Adams here. This is not a big beard at all. Anyway. Yeah, that's me right
at the
now.
bottom. I want to give a thank you for to who is it, Ace Trainer, for that donation. I appreciate it, man. Just so you guys,
$5.
yeah, $5, a little hype. And remember, guys, if you are a sponsor, you have a whole bunch of new emojis in the chat that you can use. They're all not here yet. Bang Bang's finishing them up, but there are some new things for you. So Clash Bashing, what's up, man? I know you guys just got off stream. You brought a bunch of your boys and girls from your stream over here. Thank you, everyone that came from his stream, for supporting. I appreciate it. What's going on, man? How was your stream?
I had to play with the emojis, so
Good.
I had to see what that was up. Yeah, we're farming tonight. We didn't have a war going on, so I was playing on my Town Hall 12, my Town Hall 10, just getting them ready for videos. You know how that goes.
I do.
We're just hanging out waiting for you. I thought you like passed out or something on me. I was like, Jesus Christ, where's he at?
You know what? I'll take the blame on this one. I was actually finishing up a project, and Echo was kind of so patient to wait for me.
I see
So
how
there
it
you
is,
go.
Goon. Last time
You
you
know-
don't even show up. This time you hold up the whole stream.
Yeah.
I see how you
I
are.
know, I know. I'll take the blame on this one, man. You know, he was trying to wait for the Goonster to get in here. Thank you so much for that, Echo.
Yeah, and on top of that, Skype died. But you know what, guys? It's exciting. Skype stopped working, but
Skype
we
failed.
figured out how to do this beautiful masterpiece here using Discord, so we don't
I
need
tried
Skype
telling
anymore. We don't
I
need
tried
it.
telling you, Discord's where it's at, bro.
Discord. I mean, no one Skypes anymore, except
Yeah,
for
Skype was-
I mean, this is
got killed
episode
when Discord
30
came
of
out.
the trap, man. On episode 30, we transitioned to Discord, and that's where it's at. Yes.
That's what it was
What I'm
all about.
saying.
That was the whole point of the show.
Yes, exactly. So, and we have Kirstin as well. She's right here next to me. Kirstin, why don't you say hi to everybody? Let everyone know who you are and why you're so important, especially to Bash and I.
Kia ora. I'm Kirstin. I don't think I'm that important, but I just mod in 4 different streams, so I try and keep everyone under control and help people out.
Yeah, that's all she is. She's also a ton of fun. She's a fantastic mod. She's great at running the community, and she's a clasher and gamer on top of that, which is why she's here with us today for some fun. I want to take a second and give some love to everyone that's here in the chat. We're rolling strong early on. Thank you guys so much for supporting the trap. I appreciate it. I saw a whole bunch of names that I saw in there. Honestly, the chat's rolling, so I'm not going to be able to call you guys out, but we do appreciate you all. And now, let's get to the first topic and the only topic right now so far of the night. And so you know, Goon, you're on top of taking notes, man, because I can't take notes on a notepad. So any notes or any questions that come through in that chat, that's on you, brother. You got me?
I mean,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a great stream, guys. I can't wait.
Well, at least we got one question to start off with. That one I have
We got
right
the
here.
starter question. After that, it's all downhill.
You know how much I trust
winging
Goon?
it.
I'm taking this pen and a freaking napkin next to me to write down questions because I don't know that he's going to actually write anything
Oh,
down.
rip Goon.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just
Look at
happy
him
to
looking
see
around.
Goon's face here. You know, last time he stood me up, left me
Oh,
at the
come on.
left me at the
Come
prom.
on.
You're never gonna live that down.
Never.
Oh, yeah.
Never, never, ever. Never, ever.
Well, at least Goatman was, you know, a gracious host and hung out with me. You know,
He was a good time. He sure was.
Goat taking over for Goon. I mean, obviously Echo was there, but you know, I see Echo every day.
Every day.
I just got lucky, guys. Like I've been working. I'm pretty much working a month plus, like a month and a half of days, and luckily I can be on the trap at night. Now tomorrow I'll probably pay for it. And dude, that mask
There it is.
is. I just had to stop everything, man. Look, we're not worthy, man. We're not worthy.
We might
tell
have to
you,
have some fun with some
that's-
masks tonight.
That stream, Bash, before we start actually rolling with this stream, that stream was when the whole unicorn thing came to business. It's really when our relationship blossomed because of my dream of unicorns. You're basically my unicorn, man. So that's where I really realized that we had something special.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know,
Come on.
right? Like he's all getting emotional here. I'm like, hey guys, I'm here.
Ah,
That's so
I have a
sweet.
lot of weird masks. Don't judge.
Don't judge me.
It's more than that. It's more than that. Okay, so let's start with the first thing, and I'm gonna actually go to Clash Bashing. And to be honest, guys, Goon has been playing a ton of PUBG, so he's not the mastermind he used to be in Clash of Clans, but he's still a fantastic gamer and is a great asset to the show. So we're not booting him out of here because we love him and we love the beard too. So okay, so the first thing we're gonna start talking about today is Town Hall 12. I mean, covering war content in Clash of Clans, I see a lot of attacks, and Town Hall 12 is new, but people are starting to progress through the bases now. They're starting to upgrade. They're starting to get some good, solid troop levels. What attack strategies do you think are working best right now, Bash, at Town Hall 12? What are you seeing dominate?
So our clan, our go-to, I call it the Mad Ram special, is just spam Bow Witch with a wrecker in there, which works out great though. I mean, it's not like it's spammy, but I mean, if your spell placements are on point, you're gonna wreck right through those bases. I'm interested to see when a lot of the 12s start catching up to, like, you know, Town Hall 12.5, level 5, seeing how this kind of affects everything. But for now, we're using a lot of Bow Witch. I've seen a lot of like Wall Wrecker Lalo being good, and even a few Hog attacks being good. But mostly for us, Bow Witch, and then our last war that we got wrecked, a lot of Lalo.
Lalo's strong, and I say that all the time. Goon, I hope you're getting some of these questions, man.
I ain't getting a single one of them, man. I swear I ain't. But
Well,
you know,
Scooby, thank you for the donation. I know it came with a question for Bash, but you cannot count on him to answer anything. So I'm not sure if he's going to actually answer that question. But I say that all the time.
Scooby's question was for Goon. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I meant Goon. My bad. Sorry. If I'm making fun of someone, it's going to be Goon, not you, Bash. Just
hey,
a name
you know,
slip right there.
the M416. I think honestly, dude, like the M416 with the 4 times. I think we should add those to Teslas when they're on multi. And I think that they'll be much more effective. But listen, guys, I've been thinking about this tonight. I thought about, how Clash could like incorporate PUBG. And if we put level 3 helmets and level 3 armor on barbarians, think about how much better they'd be on farming. I mean, I've been thinking about this, dude.
Oh,
I almost did a meme of it. And I might do it later. But I'm telling you,
Bring
yeah.
Batch back.
This is what the trap has come to with Goon.
Level 3 helmeted barbs.
That's right, man.
It's basically an elite
It would be
barbarian.
awesome.
I've seen a lot of bow witch too. Laloon though, it's like the most. I tell everyone all the time, if you need to learn one strategy that you can use from Town Hall 9 through Town Hall 12, Laloon is probably going to be the most consistent if you could master one strategy. Laloon's dominant. You see it everywhere, and if someone knows how to do it and they're good with it, it could dominate any Town Hall level.
Well, I mean, the balloons got such a huge boost up also from Town Hall 7 to 8. I mean, the DPS, the hit points, they got like such a huge boost up, and they were already good to begin with. So if you're not at least trying them, which I'm trying to get better with it, but I'm not great at being patient on my Lalo. But man, Lalo, I use it for farming, clone Laloon for farming, and just wreck all day, 3-star after 3-star. But some of the ward attacks are really impressive, and I need to get better at that.
So you said at Town Hall 7 and 8, they got a buff? The balloons?
Level 7 and 8.
Level 7.
Oh,
and
level
eight.
Level 8 is
okay,
a new level. I don't think balloons got a buff. I don't think they were one of the troops that got a buff or a nerf. They just got that extra level, which adds.
Yeah.
I think it added almost 20% DPS and like 15% hit points or something close to that.
I got you.
I mean, and they're bad looking, man, with the red balloons.
Oh my god, those
I
red
love when I
balloons
watch
get me
the
moist.
I read it's so good.
So what are you seeing in your clans, Kirsten? Same stuff that we were mentioning, or is there anything different going on over there?
Same stuff when it's 12v12, but we actually tend to run slightly differently, where a lot of Town Hall 12s are put on the outside now to, because of the war worker. So we'll get 11s hitting 12s and the 12s going down and dipping, which means they can really use any strat for their dip.
So the truth is, guys, we really just had her on because of her accent. She's probably not the best mod, but her accent's pretty great, and it contributes to the show. So that's the true reason why.
Simmer down, guys. Simmer down.
Sorry. Yeah,
I'm the one that sounds normal, and you guys all have accents.
Yeah. That's
I
always
feel
weird
like when
how
it's
that
3
is.
to 1, that's not true.
Yeah.
Good point, Bash.
I'll
Good
keep
point.
fighting that. I'll keep fighting that.
And Taylor says, Goon looks so confused. Not enough gun talk.
Goon,
okay.
I have a question before we go on. When are we going to get a Goon live action PUBG shooting pans, shooting football helmets or something? We need a simulated Goon in the field playing PUBG.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch it too. I watched your full gun video and it was pretty
So I've actually, as far as shoot maneuver videos, I made some of those like a long time ago. I've got all the equipment to do shoot maneuver type stuff, man. I just hadn't done it lately, man. It's kind of hot right now, man. Plus, the hours,
fun. No, I
but
hear you.
it's not out of the realm, dude. I mean, honestly, I make excuses to drop brass, dude. So
There you go.
it might be coming.
Jim M hasn't been to a spring trap in a while, and he's here, Kirsten, because you're here. I know it, and thank you for the donation, Spooby and Jim. I appreciate
Look,
it.
I just want to start right here, Jim. I'm not shaving my beard. Don't even try it. Just move on. Move on.
All right.
Not happening.
And something I have to say right now, this would be a huge favor to both Bash and I. If you see in the chat, Spooby, he keeps donating. He keeps making his comments. He's also a YouTuber himself. He does Clash of Clans. He's currently just around 2,600 subscribers. Now, he has a bet with Cleric Dragoon, the bearded man above, that if he can get to 3,000 subscribers, Goon would dye his hair and his beard. Was it pink?
No. I'm going to dye it as black as Spooby's magic marker beard.
Okay.
My head, my beard, all of it, dude. I'll go to a professional and get them to do it, and it'll be pitch black, dude. Trust me.
All right, so Spooby, take your link, throw it in the chat right now. What I'm asking everyone to do that's in the chat right now, this is my call to action for everyone tonight. It's selfless. Everybody, go over to Spooby and sub his chat. You don't have to watch his videos. That doesn't matter. Just sub the channel. Just sub.
Watch his videos.
Listen.
Watch him.
I want to see Goon with a black beard. We only have a couple of days until the end of July, so give him some help,
That's
guys.
right.
Share that.
That's right. It's the
put it
end
out
of
there.
July, guys. It's the end of
Another
July.
week or
You
so.
got like 7 days. I'll be off the outage, so if he makes it, it's perfect timing. Hopefully, I'll be off these hours. If I'm not, you'll just have to wait till I get a day off. Once I get a day off, I'll make an appointment. I'm telling you, if y'all push Spooby to 3K, it's happening.
Let's do that. So Spooby, put your link in there. He's just putting dots. I think we embarrassed him. Poor guy. If he doesn't throw his link,
Okay.
guys, just click on his name.
I'll
Go to
go
his
get
channel.
it right
I'll
now.
get it. Yeah.
Look.
There you go.
Let's
You guys can
go.
do it. You guys are all
Let's
mods on
go.
my channel.
I gotta fight Kirstin for best mod.
I don't know if you can win that, man.
Fight me in the parking
That's
lot.
hard to do.
Well, I can't mod my own
okay.
channel because, on top of it.
All right, let's get on to the next questions. I'm not writing down who's writing the questions because I'm literally not copy pasting. I'm writing it with a pen. That's what it's come to. That's what it's come to.
I love it.
Nerfing Electro Dragons. Have we heard of that happening? Do we think it needs to happen? I mean, I put out the strategy about the Aero Drags, or the Asto Drags it was called, and I mean, it's a great strategy, but it's not dominant. You're not seeing Electro Dragons all over Town Hall 12, or even on dips for 12v11. You're not seeing it everywhere. So do you think they need a nerf? Do you think a nerf is coming? What are we seeing?
I mean, I've seen it a lot in the pushing community. A lot of the pushers are using Electro Dragon, but I don't think Supercell really pays attention to pushing for nerfs and buffs.
I agree.
Unfortunately, but I mean, on the right base, I mean, we've had a few Electro Dragons hits in our clan where they've just been absolutely wrecked, and I think part of it could be is Electro Dragons are still new enough, and Town Hall 12 is still new enough. Like myself, for instance, I still have 5 days before my E-Drags are even max, so it might be just like a time factor. People just aren't quite there with the max ones and not trying them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I personally, from some of the hits I've seen, perhaps a slight nerf on the bouncing lightning, maybe the second, third, fourth, fifth hit, maybe a little bit less damage. I don't know.
I use them as funneling troops, to be honest. On my minor attacks, I'll use an Electro Dragon on one side, a Queen Walk on the other, and it's a great funneling troop. But I actually haven't seen any success using Electro Dragons personally for 3 stars. I mean, if you're pushing, you're gonna get yourself at least a 1-star. You're pretty solid with that. But
I mean, with the pushers, they're 3-starring like every raid with them.
Really?
Like I talk with pushers quite a bit because I love pushing, and like most raids are high 2s to 3 stars with the E-Drags, and it's just nasty. I've also seen the E-Drags on defense, like in a Town Hall 9 clan castle, like with a Go Hobo or a Gobo Lalo.
it's bad.
And they could wreck out all 5 of the bowlers sometimes if they get in the right spot.
Really? I was just watching stuff tonight, and I mean, they poisoned the Electro Dragon. I don't even know if it got a shot off before it was taken.
Well,
it was
yeah,
a bow
I've seen
witch.
that also, but
Yeah.
in those rare instances where it doesn't go, you don't get it down fast enough. I don't like it on defense personally. I think it's too slow, like you said. But
Yeah.
I have seen it wreck some attacks on those off chances. I think Goon's just
We got Riggs
everyone in
gaming.
chat.
Yeah, we do have
I
Riggs
did-
in the
I-
house.
What's up, Riggs? How you doing, man?
Spoo, we just hit 26. Let's keep it going, guys. Keep
Ah,
it
let's
going for
go.
Spoo.
Let's
Sub to
go.
Spoopy. Let's go. Hold on. Spam that link. Sub to Spoopy.
Spam, spam that link. Let me. I'm gonna post another one. I want to get some people in the stream. Let's go, everyone.
Let's go.
I'm going to spam this in the circle and in the family circle. Let's
Shout out
go.
to Bash Nation for following me over. Appreciate you guys following. I see a lot of guys
Nice.
familiar to my stream, so I appreciate you guys following me over.
You got a good community there for you, man. Your channel
Absolutely.
itself. I mean, let's take a second and talk about your channel. I just
Whoa,
watched
whoa,
your.
time out.
A little time out. Oh, I just watched your video on you opening your silver play button. It was beautiful. There it is, right
Congrats.
there.
Congrats,
Congratulations,
bro.
man. That's a big deal. So congrats to that. Now you're at 115,000 already. It's like you hit 100,000 and then people just like 15,000 more just jumped on board.
116, don't short me.
116. Jeez.
It's crazy.
man.
Like,
Rub it
It's
in,
just-
Bash. Rub it in.
it's crazy how fast it's been going, man. I'm honestly surprised and just thankful. Like I said on my video, 100K was my main goal when I started the channel, and I thought that would be like towards the end of my channel, but I feel like we're kind of hitting a peak here. So
Yeah, you're doing well. I
just
mean,
gotta ride the
you're-
wave.
Yeah, you're in your stride, bro. It's nice, man. Doing good work.
Appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, I was looking at your videos and the views that you get, man, and you just have your community supporting you. I mean, you're putting out good stuff, and the people are coming to watch it. It's like you don't have any
up,
videos.
so I can't complain, you know.
Yeah, you don't have videos that are just like quiet. Everything has got good people.
Honestly,
in it,
like
which
I
is
thought,
great.
like the unboxing video would do kind of bad because usually if it's not, you know, Clash, it just does meh. And it actually did about half of what a normal video would do, which was kind of surprising.
And that's because people like you, man, they want to share that moment with you.
I was about to say that is your supporters, Bash. They love you, man.
Bash
That's
Nation
what
OP
that's
boys.
about.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
man.
it goes to speak to the whole Clash community because, I mean, I don't know how many, even tonight when I was saying, hey guys, we're going to go over to the spring chat, everyone's like, I love Echo, you know? I think it's just the Clash community. Cool. We kind of the whole community is just really growing in a positive way, in my opinion, right now. Spoopy.
Yeah. God, son.
Oh, Spoopy.
Spoopy's got you. See, he needs to embrace all of this nonsense that he throws into this chat. Throw it into his channel, and that's got to be Spoopy HD, high definition. Okay,
that's him, man.
Time to Clash asks, and he was in here earlier. I didn't get to give him a shout out. Adam, Time to Clash.
Adam!
Who is your Clash unicorn? And it can't be someone in the stream right now. What is it? What is a Clash unicorn? Is that like someone you love?
Maybe meaning like someone you'd like look up to? Is that what he's
dream
gonna
of?
get at there?
I don't know. What do we want to turn that into? What do we want to make it?
Oh, well, if that's the case, it's definitely Echo. You seen those arms? Ooh.
But he said it can't be someone in the stream.
I watched that shirt off vlog like 4 times, Echo. I'm just saying. Echo or Goon, you guys started off. I feel like I'm talking too much. Or Kirstin. No, Kirstin's not talking at all.
Kirstin, who is your Clash unicorn? Oh, the Clash Dream person. He says it can't be another host, so we can't be within.
Dream in what way? Time to Clash, because I think of you in that voice, Adam.
He does have a really nice voice.
You know.
And the no cam thing, he has no cam, so it's all up to your imagination.
Oh yeah, exactly.
He's got a strategy right there.
Kirstin, you got to interpret it how you want, and you start us off.
Spooky.
So it can't be someone in the stream. Okay. No. My Clash unicorn would be Powerbang because
let's go.
He was the first person that I modded for, and therefore got to mod for all of you guys as well. So brought me into the community. So
nice.
There you go.
See, and that's cool. You didn't forget Powerbang's roots. You didn't forget. That's great. You're not a hater. Like so many people are like upset that he left, but you still love him for what he did because he did amazing things for Clash when he was here.
Yeah, you gotta look at his channel. Like he's doing so well.
Oh, I know.
We're doing
follow
big
his channel.
things.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
you gotta respect
I gotta say
that, honestly. I mean,
he's doing amazing things for the PUBG community right now. I mean, I'm in that right now, and I'm telling you, Banger Nation.
Yeah,
love to you guys, man. Those guys support me too. Banger Nation and the Goonies. Hey, let's go.
Let's get it. All right, Goon, who's your unicorn then?
Who's your unicorn?
Oh, well, hey, Kirstin took mine. My unicorn's PB, man.
I kind of knew that was coming.
I thought it was obvious. I kind of
knew that one was coming, but you know, chat doesn't know. You gotta let chat.
Hey, PB is the man. Let me say, thank you so much. There you go. You know it.
Bash.
Next.
So
for me, one of the biggest people I looked up to when I first started was Cam, who unfortunately doesn't do Clash anymore either. And he just kind of seems like, you know, someone I would get along with. Seems like a good guy, but he was one of my main inspirations for the channel. So for me, it would be Clash with Cam, or maybe even Coulson comedy. But I'd say Cam if I had to pick one. Mm-hmm. What about you, Echo?
Well, the person that I looked up to the most, and I've said this before, like my unicorn, I guess you would say, would be Clash with Ash. Just because he's personable,
good
cool.
Choice.
Like,
good choice.
I mean, But if I were to choose someone that's still doing Clash of Clans now that I look up to and I think is amazing and does great stuff, besides, of course, everyone right here, I got to say Judo Sloth. The guy's an animal. He's a full-time job, and he puts out amazing content. He's a grinder. I love his content.
Judo grinds hard. And
he's seen the benefits of it.
What I love about Judo, and not like saying no one else is like that, but Judo is just so down to earth and easy to talk to. Like he and I are working on.
Right.
It's so hard to like. We want to do a collab, but you know he's 5 or 6 hours ahead, so the timing is just so hard. But he's just like, yeah, man, whatever. He just goes with the flow, and you know, I love that about Judo.
Hey, and whatever game he's playing, dude, he's solid, bro. I played with him in PUBG. Judo's a beast, man. He's good. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
He's a
Clash
gamer.
of Clans. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Judo, and the same thing for you, Bash. I mean, Fortnite, beast mode.
Yeah, with that being said, and with what who was it? Maxim just said in the chat, outside of Clash of Clans, and Goon, I'll start you out first because I know everyone knows your answer already, but outside of Clash, what game are you into? So I guess I could say to Goon, outside of PUBG, what games are you into? What games are you
He
into?
can't say PUBG.
You know, right now, guys, as far as any other game, PUBG is it right now. I don't really have anything else I'm playing currently. I'm looking for a second game because I've always played a second game. Typically, I've played on my console, which I point that way. It's sitting over there, PS4, but it's a paperweight right now. It's not doing anything. I'm looking for another mobile game eventually, but right now, honestly, I'm cracked out on PUBG. That's what I'm doing right now.
Drugs are bad.
Wow.
All right, what about you, Kirsten? What do you play? What are you playing?
Mostly Clash, but
Mhm.
recently just happened to find this new game, Identity 5. Don't know where.
Who
Don't
got
know
you into
why.
that game?
I don't know. But great game. So that's kind of all I'm doing at the moment. I don't have a lot of time, but
Yeah,
Clash and Identity is where I'm at.
cool.
By
I
the
like the
way, love those thumbnails on that game. I've watched some of your gameplay too, Echo.
Thanks, man.
I wouldn't even known about it if it weren't for you, man. I seen you
Same.
playing it, and I was like, "What the heck is that? That thumbnail's hot."
I'll tell you.
So
Those
I had to-
thumbnails are always so amazing.
Thumbnails always on point. Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, I had to check it out. Man. It looks fun. I
It's
don't know
fun.
if it's for me, but it looks fun, man.
You know, man, I got so lucky with that. I was every once in a while I just pop into the Apple Store and I say what's new on the App Store, and that one literally just hit. And I was getting off my stream, like, you know what? Let's try this out. Let's stream it. It was literally out for an hour or two, and it worked out great. The game is fun. People are interested in it because it's so new. I don't know. It's been going well. I plan on playing it a lot more. And thanks for the thumb love. What are we
yeah,
laughing
for
at?
real,
Did I say
man.
something? Did I say something dumb?
No, chat.
No, hey, Echo, you almost had me playing. What was that? Temple Run or something? What was that?
Temple Run?
Did they?
Temple Run.
Yep, I'll tell you what.
I mean-
Temple Run is a goofy game, but it's like sometimes I need a game where I can just hop on for 2 minutes and play something, and I don't have that. It used to be Clash Royale, but I can't stand it anymore because it makes me an angry man. So I just needed I needed that game that I could just hop on and play super quick. And Temple Run is it. And that game's been out for 5 years, but it's still
Yeah.
fun. It's an endless runner, and it's enjoyable.
You've
I put a
gotta
video
try-
out at my what's that?
You've got to try Subway Surfers as well.
Subway Surfers. I could test it out.
Yeah.
Could do that.
My
Yeah,
daughter
Facebook.
played that. My
I
daughter
never
played that. Yeah. Temple Run is old.
It is old, but it's still fun though. Clash of
I mean,
Clans is
Clash-
old, but
Clash-
look at the
Clash is
community
old,
behind
But
it.
here we are, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean,
How about you, Bash?
Besides Goon, get out of here. What?
Clash of what? Clash of what?
So I mean, like Goon said, I play a lot of Fortnite. I even played, PUBG Mobile. I played PUBG as soon as it came out on PC. Kind of got away from it for Fortnite. Even Fortnite though, like I'm not really playing as much. I'm super hyper focused on Clash right now. Just for me, like people are like, how do you not get bored? For me, I'm just like, I kind of got like a second wind, I guess, with Clash, and I'm just loving it. Town Hall 12 really grabbed my interest. I'm playing Clash a lot. I do play Fortnite here and there, PUBG every once in a while, especially if my brother wants to play a game. Royale, I still play Royale a couple times a day, not a lot, just here and there. But
Do you get angry when you play Royale?
so
Yeah,
I used to
do.
stream Royale, and I used to freak out.
that's when I
on
met you,
stream.
man. I met you when you had both on stream at the same time.
Yeah.
I love that.
But I kind of got to a point with Royale where I'm like, A, I'm not that good to be freaking out like that, and B, if I feel myself getting mad, I just exit the game and put it down. So I just play it really casually.
I can't do Royale. I just.
We used to do a tournament or two every single night, and everyone would like rage Royale time because I would get my butt kicked in the tournaments and start freaking out.
Yeah, I remember those days, man. That was in the beginning for you.
Yeah, that was
When
a
you-
long time
2 years
ago,
ago or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay, let's get into and for me, it's Identity 5 lately. I've been playing a lot of that. I enjoy the game. It's completely different. It's the first team mobile thriller escape game that's come out on mobile. So pretty cool. And the only thing that I have experience with a game like that is from watching BBXH on her Dead by Daylight streams that she does, and I haven't even played it myself. What do we think, and have we seen the 4 Hound 6 Haste Lalo?
I saw that comment, but I have not seen that.
I haven't either. I feel like there's so many ways that you can execute a Laloon attack. You can mix the spells up, throw in a heal, throw in some freezes. It's going to be solid either way.
I'm not that surprised that would be really good. Getting the balloons through the base and hounds popping all over the place. It's not that surprising that would be good, to be honest.
Queen Pop Laloon.
I was just gonna say.
I'm sorry, guys. It happened.
Before I was away for the weekend, but before that on stream, I ran a Queen Pop Laloon because the base meta switched in the Town Hall 9. You can run 2 lightning spells, and I have to throw that EQ in there, throw a haste in, and Queen Pop. It works on those bases, man.
Yo!
I was like, I did it live on stream. I was like, we're gonna hit this with the Queen Pop Laloon. And then I tagged my cast after we tripled it.
My man, dude, my man.
Good time.
All right, so yeah, Laloon, you could mix up those spells any way you want. Take an extra hound, take more balloons. You could see success. Base dependent too.
Yeah, for sure. And time out. Before we go further, I just want to say, everyone always wants this magic army. What's the best attack for time? There's no magic army, guys.
True.
Base dependent, like Echo just said. You got to learn how to read a base and learn how to kind of see what the base is giving you. Sorry, that's just one of the things I always harp at.
Yeah, and can I go and say one other thing while we have all of us here?
You can say whatever you want, Daddy-O. It's your stream.
Thank you. You called me Daddy-O. That's the first time on stream, man. Daddy-O.
Daddy-O.
And I know, Goon, you probably used to see this all the time with Clash content, and I know that you see it too, Bash. In my comments, if I have a video on Town Hall 12 Bow Witch, people drop in those comments, make a video on Town Hall 10 Hogs. I have maybe 75 videos on my channel of all these different strategies. You guys have to remember, and I understand you want what you're working with, but you have to remember you could always go back and see what was done last week or the week before, because there's only maybe 10 different types of strategies you can create videos on for Town Hall levels. So it's all there. What drives
me crazy, I stream almost every single night, usually 4 or 5 nights a week at minimum, and I'll get my video for the day will be Town Hall 9 Looney and Dark Elixir farming on my Let's Play account or whatever. And people are like, what's a good Town Hall 9 Dark Elixir farming? I'm like, come on, man.
I know. But, we know, we got Clash with Sam up in the chat, guys. What's going on, brother? I forgot what I was going to say now. We know every video that we're putting on our channel. It's our channel. Right. We get people coming in, they may be new, they may have only been subbed for a week, they don't know. So... But for us, we're seeing the same comments in every single video. I put out my Shadowgun Legends, and I had people asking me for Town Hall 9 strategies. That's actually smart, because those videos are going to get less comments, and I'm more likely to see that comment. So it's actually a wise move. But it's just funny. It's just funny. And yes, someone said Shadowgun Legends. I was playing a lot of that game. I still have my hands in that a little bit. I'm not making content for it, but it is a great game if you guys haven't played it. Goon and Bash, how long to grow your beards?
I'm wrote out of that one.
Me personally, I don't remember the last time I shaved. I trim it usually, because I usually keep my hair short, and I'll trim it up and keep it kind of orderly here. But I've had this beard. I don't even know how long, man. Years.
Yeah, I used to trim mine to 1. On the level, it kind of be like stubble, and then it grow back. But last few times, man, I just get the barber. I was like, look, I want it to go down into a V. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's. Well, see, I don't pay for haircuts because I just shave it all off. So I just kind of you said, kind of get it. So my grandpa always had a sweet beard, and that's what I always wanted. I was like, grandpa always has a sweet beard, so that's what mine kind of looks like. My grandpa's beard was.
Of course, now I'm not a V. I'm a C. I'm a C because I can't get to the barber. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there, guys. Maybe next week. Maybe.
We have people asking about the clouding, and I could actually start by talking about that. I just look at that. What is that? Is that the
10%
sour
off
cherry?
G Fuel code. I actually think I got this when you had your 40% code up.
Oh, was it good? Good for you, man.
I just don't drink it a ton. Me and my Mountain Dew, I can't help myself.
When they sponsor you, you'll drink it a lot more. I'll tell you that. Clouding, and I just, for the first time ever, I really decided I was going to push, and I'm farming at the same time, which is a thing in its own. It's difficult to farm and push, but people are asking about the clouding, and there are some clouds lately, especially when clan games are going on. It's nothing new. I mean, it's new to me because I'm finally up in Legends League and seeing what it's about, but it's frustrating, and especially when you have clan games happening, people trying to get in there and get that stuff done, it's worse.
I just want to say, I want to stop you. I'm upset about this clouding. This clouding issue has been a problem for a long time, and I really think that we need to get to the bottom of this clouding, Echo.
How are we gonna do this, Goon?
Okay, so since Goon's cutting in, I actually have a lot of opinions on this because I get asked. I've done some serious pushes on my channel. I've pushed my main account to 6,100, which was absolutely brutal. And I mean, this is the last week of the season, if I remember right. So it'll be like the worst clouds you'll see. And I was even up in T2, like Titans 2, 4,500 today, and I had to drop down to 4,100 because the clouds were getting so bad.
T3 gets clouds.
T3, yeah, that's what I meant. I always say it. Thanks, Kirstin. Best
That's
mod. Best mod. But, so in my opinion, and I've talked to a lot of pushers about this, it's almost like they have to either rework the shield system, which can be super sketchy for the game as a whole, or they have to incentivize people to get up that high, which they seem to try to do with that new star bonus, if you guys remember that in the Town Hall 12 update.
Yeah, the boost.
There was a little bit of, an incentive of that, but they almost have to, I think they could redo some of the achievements to reward people for getting to Legends League, because the highest push achievement we have is champs, which is really
you don't
outdated.
even get gems for Titan.
Yeah, you get to Titans or you get to Legends. You don't even get gems or an achievement. Yeah, it's just cool.
You get
got
an awesome emblem.
badge. Well, yeah, I mean, I do like you get that on your profile, but I feel like they have to incentivize it, and that might even include increasing, the daily star bonus, adding gem achievements, because in order to lower the clouds, you have to have more people up there available, more bases available, which means less people on shield or more people just in general available. And one of the biggest problems I see and I experience firsthand is you'll be up 6,000 trophies, for instance, and someone at 4,500 will find you and you'll just get murdered for 57 trophies. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. They need to almost make it so, like, if say you're in Champs, or say you're in Crystal League, someone in Champs League generally isn't going to find you. That's not a common thing, but it almost happens every defense in Legends League. So I think that's something that could be reworked too. Sorry, I told you I had a lot of opinions on this one.
I like your idea, though, about incentivizing people pushing, because it's going to get more people up there.
It almost has to be it, right? Like, so I saw you going up to Legends, but before that, it was almost like Titans. You were farming in Titans, right?
Yeah.
Or even lower.
I was farming from Crystal all the way up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Crystal there for a while. You just find so much easy loot down there in Crystal. I mean, I took my Tunnel 10 from Champs down to Crystal because it's easy bases. So they have to give us a reason to go up, in my opinion.
Right, but it really
stay up.
But can it be a loot reason? Because a lot of people that are pushing, they don't care about loot because they're max. Yeah. So,
and at the same time, well, pushers spend a lot of gems.
That's what, gems, when you said that, I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah. And, they have the monthly rewards, but it's like, the top 3 clans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I finish in Legends League, give me 50 gems.
That's a good point. Good point.
Is that really going to hurt the economy? I mean, we get gem boxes every 2 weeks or whatever.
No, even more than that. More than
50 cents. Even 100 gems. Like, that's
you get more than that just from boxes.
Their economy, their bottom
I got
line.
a solution. I've been thinking about this thing for at least 30 seconds.
Play PUBG.
And I'm thinking,
I'm ready.
Dude, all right, check it out. This is genius. All right, if you've been spending for more than, how long do you spend for a match, Bash?
It depends. I mean, it depends where you're at. When you start getting up into Legends, that's when you start seeing the clouds. Like 6,000, I've seen people go days without bases.
Well, okay. So if you spend like more than 10 minutes, you get a target in bronze. I mean, come on, let's go.
at half hour you get the retry search thing, which maybe you get a lower target. Maybe a champs player. I see Clash with Sam said. I didn't see your post on Twitter, Sam. If I did, I might have overlooked. I had so many notifications when I got home, but he said he's at 6120, which is high up, probably top 200 or close to top 200. Got hit by a champs 2 player. That is ridiculous. That's a almost 3,000 difference, 2,500 trophy difference. That is ridiculous.
We've had a pusher in our clan, the same thing.
Right. I think that's some of the stuff that needs to be fixed. Where that champs 2 player should never ever find a legends. A Titans, yes. A legend, no.
I agree.
Our one, the guy in our clan pushing, he wasn't even hit for a few trophies. He lost like 53.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. When you're at like 6,000 and someone finds you even at 5,000, you're a 57 offer, which is a huge offer. They get a 1-star, it's minus 19. It just hurts.
Yeah. Someone did say, I think it was Maxim in the chat, that he says Darian recently said that they have a solution to the clouds that they're working with. Now, I didn't see that solution, but I think Bash, Goon, and I were in the NDA with Supercell, and I did see in the chats of NDA of the non-disclosure thing with Supercell that it was their primary focus. That's something that they were focusing on now. That was just randomly in chat. So someone was asking what's coming next.
There's a long thread on the forums about what can be fixed to do the clouds, and it's a long thread. So
yeah, I mean it's a problem. It is a problem.
My concern with the clouding situation is hopefully they don't ruin pushing with whatever the fix is. Hopefully they don't almost make it too easy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because offense is king right now, and realistically, you can almost 2-star any base for the most part. So you can't really give too many bases, but at the same time, something needs fixed.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's not easy. If it were easy, they would have done it sooner. I mean, it doesn't benefit them to have clouds in any way. It just makes their players angry and quit. So,
and I mean, honestly, it's taking money out of their pocket because whether people believe it or not, and I see this comment a lot, and it kind of ticks me off because people don't actually realize it. Pushers spend the most money in the game, serious pushers, because every single season they're putting those gems on. They're gemming their army up, gemming to buy those shields. Pushers, in my opinion, and it's probably factually backed up, spend the most money on the game to continue to push and be serious with their pushes, in my opinion.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's what upset me with Clash of Clans, man. I was pushing really hard. I made it champions. So
congrats.
Just kidding. Yeah, I got that badge, guys. It's looking good.
Pochinki is my city. That's all I know.
But that's it, baby. Pochinki, let's go. Yeah, but that is real. That is real, man. Seriously, that's been a topic of contention for a while. Pushing. So yeah, I mean that's been a thorn for a long time. Right. Not just tonight.
It's just something that there's not an easy fix for. Whether people like it or not, there's no easy fix for it.
No,
you gotta
I don't.
Get people to stay up as well. Like the reward for hitting legends, like there is with champs and all that kind of stuff. Once a lot of people hit it, they'll go back down again.
Right.
But you need to have
it would almost have to be like a season reward, almost.
Yeah, right. Or something more.
Yeah, I think there should definitely be some type of reward for pushers, definitely, because as you said, they do spend the most money. I mean, when I did push, guys, and I'm not a big pusher at all, or was not. I pushed the champs. That was the only thing you could get to. And, like, I got there at Town Hall 9. I was like, oh, yes. And then I deranked, like, literally in, like, 5 minutes after I got there. Yeah. I was like, oh, I got the badge on my profile. I'm out of here.
I mean, when I hit Legends on my Town Hall, same thing. I got the badge on my profile, and that was it.
But then it takes you so long to drop because you can't find a base to drop.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. It takes forever just to get that.
Like, I want to go down.
You can never find a base. You can't find a base to hit, and you can't find a base to drop.
Yeah,
I gotta say though, me and my wife pushed at the same time, and it was a little bit more simpler when we did push. She made to champs with her Town Hall 8. I made it with my Town Hall 9, and literally, like, we would like help each other, you know, like when I was tired, she'd get on my account. When she was tired, I'd get on hers. It was kind of funny, man. But at the end of the day, man,
you were a dirty
jamming. Hey, man, we had to get there, bro.
piloting?
Yeah.
You got a pilot for that account? Oh, go. Well, at least you didn't have to pay your pilot,
Look,
I guess.
hey, look, I let my girl Bailey. I don't know if you guys watched any of my like really early stuff, but my daughter used to do like some of my content early on. And dude, I let her get on my account one day and push. Me and my wife decided to go to Myrtle Beach and just hang out. And I was like, yeah, you could push my account. I don't want to lose any cups. You go ahead. Dude, when I got home, I lost 100 cups, man. I was just like, no.
Learn. Never
That's
she
another
killed
thing
me, dude.
people don't know about the pushing. Like there was, I don't know if it's still going on because I heard there was a lot of crackdowns, but there's like a dark side to pushing where people are paying people to push their accounts, keep their accounts in the clouds, buying defenses, paying people to lose if they find their base. Pushing has a kind of shady side to it also. I don't know how much of it's still going on, but I'm sure there's still some shade going in there.
It's like modding. There's always shady stuff going on. You can
Yeah, absolutely.
catch them,
Echo
but
hit
they keep coming back.
55K?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
What? Let's go.
Get the hype
cool.
for the chat, boys. Let's
Hey!
go.
stuff. Thank
I
you,
just
guys.
hit my horn, but no one can hear it. Feels bad.
Feels bad. That's funny.
I hit
Keep that
the
streamed it
horn for
going.
you.
All right, let's get out of a serious question and get into something that's a little off topic. And this one is from Sam. And Time to Clash says there's no modding. Nobody cheats in Clash. Right, obviously.
No,
Yeah,
never.
yes.
No one.
Never any drama with modding, that's for sure.
No.
No.
Sam asks, perfect 10 people in media, I guess YouTubers and stuff. So who do we think are the hottest? He also says that Lady B is not in the running. Not sure why he said that Lady B is not in the running, but he said that. So outside of Lady B, who do you think is the hottest or your dream tuber or streamer?
Oh, this is easy, dude. I'm taking this. It's Echo.
I
mean, come on.
I knew you were
You're
going to
such
say
a
it, dude.
kiss ass. You're more of a kiss ass than Spooby.
His
Oh,
wife
man.
must be there. His wife is there.
Nah, she ain't behind the curtain, guys. She ain't behind the curtain.
No one sees the curtain. Remember? You got the thing now?
Nah.
So that's your answer is me?
If you take Lady B out, man, I mean, come on, dude. Like what do we got left, man? I mean,
I'm
I'll tell
gonna
you
go
what we
with
got
Klaus. Long hair Klaus, like that comb over. Oh
is-
man,
Yeah. Before he cut his hair.
yeah. Ooh, that got me worked up. I'll tell you what, man.
oh man. Oh, Jim, you're so dirty, Jim. Dirty Jim.
Goon, I don't think I've ever seen you without a beard.
Listen,
I
Goon,
can see your pictures.
You're trying to fund your channel here, man. You could make some serious money for shaving that beard. I mean, you can get the dream set
Look,
up. You can get the new office.
Hey, man.
People are willing to put money into that beard
Echo,
removal.
all I'm saying, dude, is how much did Jim give you to say that? I'd rather be a poor YouTuber like I am than shave my beard. So there you go. This is me, guys. It's me.
We were doing that charity stream for Doc Holliday, Lady B and I, and it was brutal. They were paying us. I was doing shots of powder G Fuel. I was eating those disgusting jelly beans, 20 at a shot. Lady B had to go off screen. She almost vomited. It was just
God.
And these
Those
dirty
jelly beans
people.
are bad, man.
Oh, they were. It was that game. What is that game
Yeah,
called?
the Bamboozled.
Oh,
I've
God,
done
it
those
was
before.
awful.
Those
Yeah,
are
that's not great.
Yeah. And they just kept throwing money at us, making us basically hurt ourselves. Jim M was behind it too. He was harming us with his money.
That happened to me a couple weeks
John's
ago.
the best.
Yeah,
That happened to
bamboozle.
me a couple weeks ago, but it was shots, and I don't remember
Oh.
much of that night.
That's
Jim, you're so dirty,
miss
bro.
it.
But I tell you what, Jim. Cheers to you, bro.
Jim M.
I ended up sleeping on the toilet that night. That was a rough night.
We've all been there. It's fine.
With that being said, there is another charity going on right now, and I can't link to it, or I can't do anything to get there. Oh, maybe I can. I think I can. I'm gonna put it in right here. It's for Riggs. Do you want to talk about Riggs a little bit here, Goon?
Hey, Riggs. I tell you what, man. Riggs. I kind of introduced Riggs to the Clash community early on. Like Riggs, I can't remember. He was with another podcast before he started his, and like he come onto Twitter, and somehow I got in contact with him, and I introduced him to a few other people. At that time, Terminator was an up and coming YouTuber. Introduced him, a few other of the regulars on Twitter at that time, and nobody knew Riggs. They were like, "Who is this guy, Goon?" And I'm like, he's a podcaster, man. He's pretty cool. And so, like, you know, he started doing a show and talking to some of the community. Of course, now, you know, during that time, he kind of done like our channels. He kind of done his thing, and the channel kind of grew to different directions. And, you know, Riggs kind of grew up, man. He formed a community around him like we have, all of us. And he turned, and recently, now I know, you know, there's been some times where Riggs was kind of the Jerry Springer of Clash, but I know right here recently, man, Riggs has really like kind of turned and focused towards positivity. And man, Riggs is a good dude, man. He's a good dude. He just exposed a lot of things that were at the time were controversial, and maybe it needed to be. You know, there was a lot of cheating and higher levels of the game, and he wasn't afraid of it. He come right in it and exposed them. So
and honestly, in my opinion, I think a lot of that needed to be said, and he was the voice of a lot of people that were kind of not necessarily afraid, but didn't want to. I guess afraid would probably be the right word. Afraid of the backlash, and he kind of just went and did it. I've watched. I'm not really close with Riggs, but I've listened to a lot of the podcasts, and some of that stuff that he's kind of exposed and put out there was really huge to the game, honestly.
Yeah.
As far as change goes.
It might not have gained in popularity with some of the community, but like I said, and like you said, dude, it's maybe it needed to be put out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with all this being said, no one really knows what happened to Rig. I did put a link in the chat, and I'm going to do it again right now. He had a stroke, I believe, on the 9th of this month, which is almost 2 weeks ago, and he's been in a coma since. I don't know any more details besides that, but it's definitely not a good situation. So the GoFundMe is there to help out his family. The link is right there. I actually have to go over there myself because I haven't thrown a donation in yet, but I'm going to do that after stream. And from what's being said in the chat right now, Clash with Sam is part of the clan family that Riggs created, the Buy Forever family, which I actually create content for as well. And Time to Clash was saying something about a charity stream happening this weekend. I don't know the details on it. Maybe someone could say something, but if you guys want to go down and support that, even if you can't donate, and this is what I was trying to say with the stream that I had for Doc Holiday last weekend, even if you can't donate, just being there and showing support is great as well. It just helps the whole community as a whole. So don't feel that you have to donate, and if you want to donate, you don't have to donate a huge amount. Even donating a few bucks is helpful. If you think about all the people that don't want to donate, $5 because they think it looks like not a lot of money, all those people throw it in and it does help out. So hopefully we could all help out. It says, and Time to Clash says they're pulling streamers from all over. It should be a 50-50 war, 24-hour stream. I think they're going to be 7 or so streamers. So it's going to be all over on Twitch, and it's going to be all the funds are going to be donated to Riggs family. So that's great. If you want to donate now, the link is right here again in the chat, so you guys can head on over there and do that. But if you can't donate, just send some good wishes. I mean, I'm not a religious guy myself, so I'm not a prayer, but if you're a prayer, do some prayers. If you're a hoper, do some hopes for a good man from the community. So we also had him on the trap a ways back. I don't remember what episode it was, but we did have him on here, and it was a fun one for sure. But say
Oh yeah, I remember that one, dude. That was a good one, man. It was a good one. If you missed it, go back and check it out, man. It was a good one.
Yep. All right, so
What's
we
going
are
on,
going
Adam?
We're going to
come. Look at this low key dirty stab Adam put on me. Come on, Adam.
Hey,
Come
you're a
on.
PUBG guy. I don't even know what you're hanging
Come
out
on,
with.
bro.
Cockers.
Come on. Damn.
Cockers.
I didn't know what to say there,
Man. Come on, Adam. I still love you, man. Still love you. Let's go.
All right, let's get into another question here. Oh, I never answered mine, and I'm not going to answer goofy like you guys.
I don't think Kirstin ever
Perfect 10
answered either.
YouTubers. I'm going to say BBXH. I think she's a nice-looking young lady. That would be mine. Pushers in
What?
War. Huh?
Oh, you're talking
10.
about the unicorns? Are we still
No,
talking about
the
unicorns?
perfect 10. You said
Kirstin
me.
Join.
He's... Yeah, so...
Below me on the stream. It's just up here for me, but
I'm underneath you.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. Oh, Kirstin you didn't answer the question, Sam says.
Uh-oh.
I was thinking about it the whole time. I'd say Pickles or Klaus and Echo. I can't choose.
That's a whole
Klaus
bunch
and
of-
I have to duke
That's
it
a,
out for
wait,
that
wait,
spot.
wait. That's 3 people now. I mean, that's like a
Yeah.
busy.
3 good-looking people, I have to say. 3 good-looking people.
Wow, Echo.
All I'm saying is, can I watch? That's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
I mean,
If I don't have to choose one or the other, I'm not gonna. So.
It's fine. Better off. Better off. All right, we're gonna move on now to get her out of that hot water.
Probably a good decision there, bud.
Favorite troop, guys. Everyone knows that mine's the miner. I've said it before. My favorite troop is the miner. How about you guys? I know what yours is, Bash. We had this on the last episode. Yep. Yep.
You recently said loons though was another one.
Yeah,
Babe.
so yeah, we did have that kind of discussion. Hogs probably. My thing is like I'm not using hogs as much anymore. I mean, I still use them a lot at Tunnel 9, but I'm using like the more loons are getting stronger and redder, and loons might be switched to my favorite troop. I might have a change of heart there really soon. Hogs and loons might be tied, but there's not like a cool like loon scream that I can do, to be cringe.
Yeah.
Just gotta make that bloop 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 sound. Yeah.
Like I gotta build myself a hot air balloon or something. Just float away.
Just float away from your problems.
Just float.
Speaking of loons and things that float, someone earlier on the stream mentioned another ram nerf and blimp buff. Do you think that's needed? I do love the baby dragon too, Eric.
Ram nerf, maybe a little bit. Those things are still beefy. I mean, they were super beefy to begin with.
I think
Yeah,
the blimp's okay though.
No, blimp is useless.
Yeah, I was gonna say the blimp doesn't do much at
It doesn't
all.
need a nerf.
It needs.
No,
it
they were
needs-
saying a buff to
It
the
needs a
blimp.
damage buff, or
Oh yeah.
you just don't get as much value out of the blimp. It needs a
Even-
damage buff really to
Does it-
actually do
Yeah.
something.
Does it do anything as? Is it supposed to drop bombs along the way or
It
something?
does a little, yeah, but it's so little that you don't even.
Maybe a speed increase or something.
No,
mean,
not speed. If anything, a speed decrease to make it kind of last longer, tank longer.
True.
I
Good
see.
point.
I'm picking
Because
up
once it
Richmond
gets to
now.
that town hall, like it pops open. Which I mean, it's good, but it's
It
just
doesn't
basically
do-
a beefy balloon that you don't really get much out of, in my opinion.
It needs maybe
nerf.
more damage along the way.
Yeah, more damage and maybe slower speed just to make
A
it
better,
last
a better
little longer.
tank.
Yeah, because I mean that's what records are. Records just tank for a long time. Get through there. I don't know. That's interesting.
mean-
do the E-drag sound? What's the E-drag sound like?
That just sounds like a pterodactyl in my mind.
Ooh. Adam has a nice question right here, which we're going to take right now. He says, question for all 4 of you. If you were involved in the very first Clash of Clans development meeting at release 5 years ago, what would your number 1 suggestion be to the Supercell team? Mine would be that war should be in the game.
That's what I was gonna say. We need some kind of PvP because back then war wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think
5 years ago.
That was years
okay.
ago.
I'm gonna two-part you here, Adam. The very initial thing, war for sure. Like I mean, it's Clash of Clans. Clans need to be clashing. But if I was in a more recent development, besides Clouds, which is huge, I would say we need to expand on PvP in the main village.
I gotta say this.
I thought Kirstin jumped out the
5
window.
years ago, 5 years ago, like I would be thinking like in my Zen state, absolutely like W fuel session, hardcore, and I would say, Darian, don't do like another village apart from the main village. If you ever have this job, dude, just don't do it, man.
Don't waste all those resources.
Don't
That's funny.
put the time.
Don't nerf the healers. Don't do it, man. I think that's what I would have said 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'll tell you, I have been playing more Builders Hall since I put down Clash Royale.
Oh,
Just because
no.
it's one of those
Oh,
fast
no.
things.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
a bit of a quicker. Yeah.
You went from the dark side to the darker side.
I mean,
no.
Poor
I
little
wouldn't
fellow.
say I grind it, but I get my loot every day.
I go over there when I accidentally click on the boat and I'm like, hey, I got free gems over here. Let me click these.
Hey, listen, that boat got you almost 2 million views on one of your
Look,
videos,
you don't
bro.
worry about that.
You should give some love to that boat.
That's a good case of perfect time of being on because they didn't. I
I
don't
know.
think they told anyone that the
No.
boat was coming,
I remember that video.
and I was just
Hey.
up at 4 a.m. on a random day, and I was like, oh, what's this thing?
A boat? Is that just...
It was the dumbest
guys,
video I've ever made.
guys.
It went viral.
If I told you that I log on to Clash every day and collect my resources, would you believe me?
No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
You have mixed accounts. Why would you collect your resources?
Good point.
Good point. I just mess with. I Echo. Hey man,
Yeah,
you know me well, brother.
I do know you fairly well.
I think
Yes, you
my
do.
one for that meeting would be tell them that engineering will be a thing, and they need to do what they did recently, like they did with Builder Hall, right from the beginning.
So what I don't understand, since you brought that up, Kirsten, I don't understand why that wasn't implemented with Builder Hall.
No.
Having to drop all buildings. Like, obviously they were aware that that could be a fix. Why not implement that? You know, you have to drop all buildings before going up. That could have saved, you know, quite a bit of engineered bases.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
I guess
They did
looking
it
back
earlier.
is always easier, right?
Mm.
yeah.
But they thought about it and they had it there. They just didn't move it over.
Right,
The
yeah.
main base.
Builder Hall
Like,
has
do
some
you
good
guys-
ideas.
Do you guys think that like after the feedback of Builder Hall, I mean, I can only imagine like they were sitting in a board meeting, everybody was sitting there, you know, and they were getting all this feedback, and they were probably just like, "It's all right, guys, you know, a couple more weeks, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine."
Yeah,
2 months
probably.
later,
They
guys,
just keep
listen.
saying that every 2
Six
weeks.
more months. 6 more months. They're gonna. After this update, guys. They're gonna. This last Builder Hall, it's gonna be fine. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's never been fine.
Oh,
Builder
I think
Hall.
they know.
Never gonna be fine.
I think they're in the right
Okay,
spot
so
now.
Builder Hall was a huge step in the game. And I talked about this in one of my videos before, because it showed that they were willing to take risks, even if it did fail, and kind of stick with it.
Good point.
What do you guys think, everyone, all other three of you guys, what do you guys think could have been done differently? Or I don't think Builder Hall is salvageable. What do you think could have been done differently to make Builder Hall more of a hit?
Oh,
Maybe
the
not
loot-
done Builder Hall. Like that's that's
Just straight right there.
Just
Like,
save those resources.
no. Just main village. Lots of new troops. Town Hall 8 and above.
New troops,
For the
new
win.
spells.
All right, this is what I think, because I agree with you. That's a good point you made, Bash, about them being willing to take a risk and try and do something. Like they were trying to revitalize a part of the game. They thought that would be a good idea, and you do have to give them some respect for taking that risk.
Right.
Something that would be great about Builder Hall is if the resources that you could collect there would work in your main village as well, just like the gems and like the clock tower. That would be cool, because it would take a little bit off of you for farming and it could transfer over. That would be cool, but that wouldn't make it a hit. I mean, there's not too much you could. In my mind, there's not too much you could change. It's an attack someone else's base, they attack your format. But if they jumped right into like serious competitive prize-winning tournaments and building out stuff like that from the bat, people would have gotten into it and been interested in it because they could compete and they could go win something. Like Clash Royale, they have those tournaments, they have that stuff all the time. People got into it. I think people could get into that if you were a main village. If you were a main village.
Did you read Taylor's
player,
comment?
Yes. Yes.
Did you read mine?
Yeah, I read yours. That's all I read.
Oh, I read Taylor's comment and then Goons on. I like Taylor's. Use your clock tower to clear the trash for the Builder Hall to get the free gems.
So, yeah.
What about you, Kirsten? Any thoughts on it?
I think the loot cap right from the beginning was just terrible.
I think that's my biggest point on it.
Like
Was
it just like
the
people
loot
were
cap
so
almost
used
made
to
it feel like a money grab.
It did, because it the only way you could progress quickly was not skill. It was
Yeah.
buying gems to
How much
then
money you got?
gem it. Yeah, and was always the thing about Clash, is that you could fully complete, well, not complete the game, but you could fully participate in the game without gems, but you couldn't really do that in Builder Hall.
Just like my
Yeah.
man Super Sexton says about Clash Royale. What's his favorite card? Credit card, you know?
Damn.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
But
What's up,
I
Clash
think-
Champs? How you doing, brother?
Agester in the house. What is going on, brother?
Goon is no holds barred now that he's quit Clash.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
Goon's not a
Goon,
streamer.
Tell us what you really
Okay,
think.
so
But
one thing that's kind of irked me, and I'm not saying this about you, Goon, but I've seen it with a few other people that no longer do Clash. Because honestly, I think all of the things you said have kind of been, kind of cheap jabs that are kind of funny. But I've seen some people with some serious hate that used to cover Clash, and like they used to be really serious about it, and now they're just like throwing tons of shade towards Clash, pretending like it wasn't a big part of like their content. I'm like,
no, you want to see me doing that, man.
yeah,
Now,
and that's what I'm saying is like for you,
No,
it's funny little quips, but it's not like, oh
Yeah.
my god, Clash, they suck.
no.
But
But I'll tell you, I mean, like, as far as like my channel, like Clash built my channel, dude. I mean,
yeah, exactly, and a lot of people
it did.
A lot of people have gotten so much good content from Clash, and I've just seen a few people just throwing so much shade. I'm like, bro, like you need to be more thankful that Clash gave you an opportunity. That's just me, I guess. I guess more, more thankful for the opportunity to grow off of a game rather than go back and throw shade at it.
Yeah, and
I'm not throwing shade at them, dude. Honestly, I mean, there's Builder Hall, dude. We all know Builder Hall. What's up with that?
I think the whole community, besides the Builder Hall players, are in agreement that Builder Hall was a flop.
But Clash Champs, I mean, he's saying I'm being a little bit more transparent. Maybe I am, because I've moved on. Maybe I'm being a little bit more radical.
But again, it's anything you've said tonight has just been funny little jab, and it's mostly Builder Hall stuff.
Yeah. I don't have no quiz with Clash. I love Clash for like almost probably 5 years, pretty close, if not. I was at Town Hall 9 probably for the last 2 at least. Max Town Hall 9. I've got several accounts, so I have an 11. But the thing is, like, I love the game, man. I played it on different levels. Until I started playing PUBG regular, I got hooked on PUBG. That's it. I mean, my channel it says that it's dedicated to the things I love to do. And right now, I love to do PUBG, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody playing Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans is a great game. If you still love it, play it. Whatever makes you happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And honestly, if Supercell doesn't realize that Builder Hall was a flop, we might have bigger problems then.
Oh, I think they realize
it.
it. They realize
think
They're not going to admit that, though. They're never
You
going to admit
can't-
that.
Yeah, you can't publicly admit that, but you have to know that they're like, oh god, I wish that we spent so much money on that.
I will say this, and I meant this when I said it. Builder Hall is a great distraction for building an army. If you go to Builder Hall while you're building an army, it's done when you get back.
But honestly, man, even now, I don't do that. I'll sit there and wait for the army.
Oh, no.
I'm being honest, and I'll sit there and wait.
Well-
Even on stream, I run 2 iPads. If they're both waiting on an army, we're gonna sit there and wait for the army, guys. Sorry.
But yeah,
Man, I would, dude. Because I mean, I'm a bad when it comes to war attacks. Like a lot of times, it came down to time for me. Me and Echo both like covered multiple clans, and so like I was like, oh, I got to get these attacks in. I got multiple accounts. I got to get these attacks in. Gem. Well, sometimes I would play Builder Hall, so I wouldn't gem. If I got thin in gems, I play Builder Hall, just not the gem.
Yeah, I got you.
And it would
think
save me
yeah.
some money.
It's a good way of keeping people in the game instead of while their army's brewing, they jump out and play a different game and then try and come back to Clash, because often you'll get distracted in the other game. Whereas if you stay within Clash and you go and play Builder Hall, you then go back to your main village and you keep being within Clash still.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Kirsten, Jim M wants to see your ink. He asked to see earlier.
Oh, I like it.
Whoa,
I like it, dude.
Where's this one going?
I'm so jelly right now.
What is it? Explanations, I guess.
That's my face on her arm. Thank you so much, Kristen. You know what?
That's good.
Yeah, my beard's looking great. Thank you, man. I didn't know you were that big a fan. Look, I'll put you in my Patreon right now. Let me send you a link.
Thank you.
Loves Builder Hall. Poor Rush. Poor Rush.
Yeah,
Raj!
no.
Raj!
Yeah, and Rosh had a question for you, Goon. What do you think of royal recruits?
What? I don't even know what the hell Royal Recruits are.
Neither do
I mean, what is
I
that?
thought you would know. Rosh, what is that?
No, I'm sorry, man. Is it
It's a
an
new ship for
M416?
Royale.
Oh, damn.
yeah. See, I don't know what it is either.
Oh, damn.
Here, Rush, since I'm still playing Royale, I think they're interesting. I'm not really super competitive in Royale, but I think it's an interesting card. I don't know how it's going to affect anything, but I had fun doing the challenge.
I think that Royale has a
Oh,
problem
shit.
with so many new cards all the time. You know, it's just it makes it harder and harder to upgrade your cards the more cards that are implemented into the game. You have less chance
Yeah.
of getting the cards that you might want in chests.
That's why I just always play one deck.
Yeah, it's true. But
My mortar deck stays to my main deck, and then when I want to try to get cute, I'll start slowly working on a different deck.
ugh, mortar.
Hey, Raj,
See me in the
I-
streets, that Max Mortar will do some work, son.
Yeah, I know it
I
does.
can only have 2 games on my phone, Raj, and I deleted Clash Royale, even though I was so hooked to it. You know, when BBXH was on the show, I was very hooked on it for like at least a week and a half, and then, you know what, dude? PUBG came out. I don't know, man. After that, dude, it's just like I don't even know what happened. Yep, don't know what happened, dude.
Grouch asked us if we have any YouTuber wars planned or if there's any YouTuber wars coming in the future. And there's always things that can come in the future. I mean, all of us are kind of close. You know, I know the last one that we did was pretty much put together by Judo Sloth. We were involved in that. It was a lot of fun. So, like, those things can pop up really whenever. Whenever a couple of us are feeling inspired to bring everyone together for a war, we could bring it together. I know I have some plans with some of the guys over there in India and doing some type of a U.S. versus India war, which I think would be a lot of fun. But yeah, that kind of stuff could always pop up anytime. You know of anything, Bash, or anything in particular?
There's talks of a possible content creator war soon. It's still really early talks, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't comment further on it until we get more planning done.
Time to Clash is saying he heard Judo saying something about YouTube versus Twitch. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that could. Judo and I had some discussions about setting up. I should probably DM Judo and be like, "Hey, bud."
Yeah, I was just talking to him today.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him. Well, I was out of town and stuff, so.
Yep. All right, we're getting low on questions here, guys. So I have a couple more that I'm gonna get to, and then if nothing else comes in, we'll sum things up. I want to remind everybody that if you're here and you haven't subscribed to Clash Bashing for his Clash of Clans or his streams or even maybe his Fortnite stuff, link is in the description. If you haven't checked out Goon yet, primarily PUBG right now, which is something fresh for his channel, go show him some love as well. And also remember Spooby HD. Although he's not here, he's always here at heart, and he's in the chat like crazy. So go
He's
give him a
always
sub
here
as
at
well.
heart.
Yeah, he
Oh,
likes to
man.
throw little things in here and there. So go show some love.
Oh,
And
he's got a
Kirsten-
question.
Kirsten has
got a question.
her Twitter's down in the description as well. If you want to go show her some love on Twitter.
Oh,
Well, he said he has a question, but he didn't give us a question.
I have a question.
Yeah,
It's
Do
actually.
you
what's
think
the question?
I'm trying to run a show here. I can't just sit here and wait for Spooby's question.
is a wall wrecker OP? Hey, listen, Joshua. Listen, let me tell you this.
Oh boy.
I've been thinking about this wall wrecker, man. Dude, that name in and of itself, man, is very OP. Wall wrecker.
Oh boy.
Think about it. And that thing is, man, it needs to be nerfed right now. It needs to be wall dinner, not wrecker, just dinner. Wall
Goon,
breakers.
Have a shot,
OP.
Goon. Have a shot, brother.
Too late, man. Too late, man. Too late,
Just
man.
have some more.
Oh yeah.
What do we have? Pushers in a clan. Do you think it's? I don't see a problem with this at all. But people that are ladder or that are trophy pushers, is it okay if they're in a serious war clan? Do you see a problem with that?
No, as long as they're able to hit, go for it.
Yeah, I agree.
We have one.
You have one.
We have one person in my clan who has 25 war stars, but very serious pusher, and we have 49 other people who are serious for war, so we just let him stay.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Good dude.
I'm starting a movement tonight. Bring back wall breakers. Let's go. Hashtag Clash of Clans.
What's a wall
But
breaker?
Exactly.
familiar
Bring
with
back
those
wall
terms.
breakers.
Well, if you
bring
want the wall
back
breaker, you
wall
stay
breakers.
stay at Town Hall 9. You could use your wall breakers, man.
There you go.
We had a good wall breaker.
I'm still at Town Hall 9. Oh man, what?
Captain Bob asks, and I have a couple of questions I haven't forgotten, so if you guys put them in. Captain Bob says, is there going to be another Siege machine, or are they just going to balance that one? I don't think there's any plan on another Siege happening anytime soon. You guys think?
Yeah. I think
They've
they
got
have to
ground
get
and
the
air.
first two balanced first.
Mm.
And Spooby says, how would you feel if Supercell Universe were to collide for a couple of weeks as
Keep
a
going. You do your
What?
thing.
as a giant event such as Clash Royale, Heyday, Boom Beach, and other terrible game? If they were to collide with them? Is Bash getting undressed behind that black screen?
I hope so.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid to see what's going to come up when that
I
black
hope
is
it's,
gone.
I hope it's,
It's safe
just,
for stream. Don't worry.
it's a mask.
Listen, we want to keep this monetized, Bash.
Oh yes, that's the new mask clothing
Panda
Uh,
for
Bob.
PUBG Mobile.
We're
It's-
good here, boys.
Yep, it's gonna
Yeah,
cost
they're all
$15. UC, let's go.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I like that, man. That's Panda, bro.
That's
Panda,
the
Panda,
unicorn
Panda.
that I'm going for. Except for
I
some
like
of the
it, man.
ones,
I like it, bro.
Time to
Panda
Clash
like-
asks us, what's the best song to triple to in war? So what do you listen to when you clash? When you're
Another one
trying
bites the dust.
to...
Ooh,
Good
ooh,
one.
that's good.
We're up
Ooh,
to
that's
I
good.
really started it. It's so good.
You know what?
What's up, Shrek?
I will say this: most of the time, I was on Discord, like in chats, like we were just voicing and talking. Half the time, I was like doing my attacks while just talking. But Kendrick Lamar has a song, and I can't say the first part, but it's about killing my vibe. I used to just like listening to that song, and I would just like do an attack to that.
The
Yeah.
Frozen soundtrack.
Frozen? No, no.
Most of the time, I'm hitting on stream, so it's no copyright sounds.
NCS.
Yeah.
Consistently updated playlist.
I
it's-
actually have to hit in complete silence.
Ah.
I can't be listening to anything. Everything has
Hey,
to be quiet.
Joshua, by the way, Joshua Ramos, I'm setting up a shop right now, but the hats won't be there till October, man. I can't do them personally. There's a local shop that does mine, but dude, it's going to be October before the company can do my hats, man. I'm sorry about that, dude. Yeah, it's just too much for me, man.
You better
a
get
nice
that
hat.
needle out. Start sewing it up.
Let's go.
Time to
I'm
Clash
still
says
working
you-
out the deal, man. Still working out the deal with this company, but
I still
I'm
don't know how
trying
you're
to
going to work that,
October.
to be honest with you.
I'm working a shot, man. Working
So if
a
you
shot.
want
I
to
got
buy a hat
everything
from
but the
Goon,
hats.
if you want to buy a hat from Goon, there'll be a phone number in the description of his video. Call that number, ask for Bob. Tell Bob your size,
Bob!
the color you want.
That's right. And you'll get it like 6 months from now, but you'll
6
get it.
months from now,
That's
and it's-
why I'm working a deal with somebody else.
Okay. That's funny.
Hey, he does great work, man. I mean, this hat is pretty hot, but the thing is, man, dude, I mean, unless you ordering like 20 or more, man, Bob ain't so ready to run the machine, bro.
Yeah.
Or
That's all I'm saying.
Poor Bob. What do you think about Brawl Stars? And do you like it, good or bad? Brawl Stars?
You know, I was thinking about downloading Brawl Stars, and then PUBG came out. I'm sorry, it didn't happen.
Just the answer to every
Oh,
question is, and then PUBG came out. So.
Yeah. How do you know, Kirstin? How do you know?
Listen, Goon doesn't even like PUBG. He just likes hanging out with Power Bang.
Oh,
the truth.
come on.
That's the
Come
truth.
on. Come on now.
Exposed.
Now you're getting ugly. Now you're getting
I'm
ugly.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Exposed. Goon finally found his in with Powerbang. He's like, I'm on it, boys. We're changing the whole channel. Powerbang said
Hey.
so. Yeah. I
I'm selling Goon's
was that?
hashtag. What the heck?
think he said he's selling your number. I
My
got
next
$2,
live stream,
by the
I've been
way.
streaming a lot, Nick. I've been streaming a lot because I'm off for the summer, so I try and stream most nights.
Yep.
Really, whenever Bash isn't, because he just steals all the views if I'm on. So.
Oh, you start up a
Oh!
stream. You start up a stream. We'll send some viewers your way. You know,
No, I'm just kidding.
don't worry about me.
And someone asked earlier, in-game tournaments, just to show that you can compete in Clash of Clans in a tournament-style format. What do we think of that? I know that
think
there's
that'd be
some there's some events, like live events being planned very soon, DreamHack, where it's going to be like short, quick tournaments, Clash, as it is now, no changes to the game. I think it's doable. It's going to be tested out soon. You guys think that would be cool in game or no? Like a tournament system like they do in Clash Royale, but revamped for Clash of Clans.
I used to run way back in the day. I used to run small tournaments on, like friendly challenge tournaments on stream. It's a lot to organize. So if there was a system in game, it would help out a lot for content creators, I think.
I was going to say it would be great for us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just such a pain in the ass trying to get everyone in line and in the right spot.
I think in game would be really good to give your clan something else to do together that's not just war, because when clan games came out, everyone was so pumped. They were like, something else we can do as a clan together, and it was really cool. So I think if there was another thing you could do with your clan all together, it would be really cool.
Yeah, and that's what Kyle's saying now. What do you think about COC being an esport 5v5 wars? And that's exactly what DreamHack is talking about doing. I think it's going to be cool, and we're going to see about that really soon, put it to the test, but... Everyone that's coming through from Bash, I appreciate you guys coming on over. I know that a lot of his people came over today.
I wouldn't talk to them. They're a bunch of trolls.
Oh, well, you do say that a lot, so it's probably true. I'm gonna probably have to moderate my comments
my
tomorrow.
biggest supporters are my biggest trolls. It's really weird.
It's how they.
You should see my Patreon chat sometime. It's a bunch. Well, I guess you could if you ever linked, or it showed up in my Discord server. You're sponsors.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't frequent Discord servers.
Yeah.
Thanks so. Maybe I'll come over and just say hi.
We're running our sponsor war this week. If you got an account free, Echo.
I only have one account.
He only has one.
Oh, you started town.
I got 10 that are free, but they may not attack, Bash. I can put them in. I can put them in, bro.
But our sponsor was we get on call and we do the random spinner that I built and have a lot of fun with that.
If it goes bad, you blame it on the spinner.
Oh yeah, you just blame it on the spinner if you attack his ass. But there's some troll armies in there. It's usually a fun stream.
We had a really good wall breaker attack last stream.
Yeah, Queen wall breaker that got like an 86%.
It must be memorable. You're talking about it there. That's cool.
Oh, Shy Clash. Shy Clash asks you, Echo, why are you not playing PUBG?
Why am I not playing PUBG? Multiple reasons. I'm not playing PUBG. One, because it takes too much time away from me creating stuff for Clash. Two, if I'm playing a game, I'm going to be putting content on my channel for the game, and it takes a heck of a lot more time to make a video for PUBG, especially when you're my skill level. It could literally take me 2 hours to get content that's good enough to put on the channel. And then I have to make the content. So
he's right. It's
hard.
Right, man.
So for Goon, like, we're all joking on Goon about how he switched over to PUBG, at least for now, from Clash. But it's not like he took an easier route. He's been making for Clash of Clans content for like 2 years. He got the hang of it. He was golden. Then he decides to just give that up to make content that's twice as hard to create. But I do like PUBG. I'm not gonna hate on the game, but it takes time to get good at these things. And if you try and play too many games and you want to be good in all of them and create content for all of them and live life too, you just have to make choices. And for me, unfortunately, PUBG wasn't in that because of how difficult it was. That's why Identity 5, it's fun. It's a bit more casual, although it's competitive at the same time. And it's just got a different feel to it. And I'm enjoying that.
I play PUBG and drop 20 bombs and just whatever,
Yeah,
I gotta say, for me, like, the hardest thing, like, I'm a grinder, Taylor, yeah, definitely. But the thing is, like, for me, the hardest thing was leaving the Clash community and starting in a new community, which, I didn't know. Like, the community was new. Everybody's still kind of getting together. It's different right now for PUBG Mobile. But I was hooked on it. I can't kid you guys. I mean, that's what I played on the PS4, which I point over here. It's right here. But the thing is, like, I play shooters, guys, and the thing was, like, this game, I'd never seen a mobile game like this. And it was like, oh, whoa, man, this is crazy. So, like, immediately I was hooked, and I knew I was in trouble with Clash because immediately I was, like, super, like, attracted to PUBG. And eventually I had to make a decision, and that's what I came to. It took me a little while But yeah, Echo knows me and Echo talk daily, so he knows my thought process and what I went through to get to the point to switch to PUBG Mobile. It wasn't easy. I knew the community in Clash of Clans, didn't know the community in PUBG Mobile, and I decided eventually to switch because it came down to what makes me happy. And my channel is dedicated to what makes me happy. So that's what I did.
Yeah, take care. Time to Clash. Thanks for hanging out, man. And that's true, and that's difficult. A little bit of a like YouTuber talk right here. Games don't last forever. Your interest in games don't last forever, and you see a lot of like some of the founders of Clash of Clans content moving on to other things, and everyone gives so much hate for that, but maybe they're tired of the game. It's been 5 years. Clash with Cam, Powerbang, Clash with Ash. They've moved on to a different game. Now, some of them see success and others don't. And, it's just that's like the hardest thing of being a YouTuber is you're always trying to figure out what's going to make...
scariest thing, really.
Yeah. Like we have to wonder, when Clash one day is just not a popular game at all, what's going to happen to our channels? Is it going to dry up and we're going to have nothing, or our community is going to move on to something else with us? So you like to think...
All right, so let me stop. All right, for me... my channel, I have a regular job. Now, if you're a content creator full-time, it's scary. But for me, it comes down to it's what's fun for me.
Right.
If you watch my channel, I'm not doing it to make a living. I'm doing it because it's fun for me. So you see me enjoying myself on my channel. But it can be scary for somebody who's doing it for a living. Because ultimately, they got to make decisions based on numbers and enjoyment. You can't do any content if you're not enjoying it. I don't care who you are. You can't fake it. I've
had that discussion a ton with some of my supporters where if you're not enjoying the content, you can fake it till you make it to a point, but at some point the viewers are going to realize it's kind of just going through the motions here. Like, he's not actually enjoying himself. And that's why I said, I kind of hit my second win with Clash, because, there for a while, I was looking for that second game. And then, right before when Town Hall 12 got announced, it was like, wow, I want to get ready for Town Hall 12, grind my 11, and get ready. And then, just kind of get a second win with Clash. And I guess when the channel's doing healthier, it helps, to be fair. But, I'm just really enjoying Clash right now. So that's why I'm really not exploring any other games. And I don't feel a need to right now. But at some point, you're right. It might come a day where you have to move on or, make decisions for your channel. And that's the roughest thing to do for any content creator, I think, because we built ourselves on one game. Most people build themselves on one game. It's hard to be a variety creator. And when you start to switch, people are like, where's the old game? I don't want to watch this new stuff. I hate it. And you just got to kind of drop those people out. It's the views are a third of what you're normally getting, if even that.
If that. Yeah. And you probably put more work into those videos too, because you want people to be like, this is great. So you put all this work in, then you get like 500 views. Right. When you're normally getting, for you, 75,000 views. Yeah.
Eric's got a point there. He talked about the poll I put out, man. I put a poll out, asked my subscribers at the time if they wanted to see Clash and PUBG. And the vote was really close. At the end of the day, I was like, I'm going to do both. Well, what Eric doesn't realize is the YouTube algorithm punishes content creators who put out two different games. It's rough. And what ended up happening was I had to end up making a choice. And that's what I did. And Eric, if you don't support me, man, it's all good, dude. At the end of the day, the guys that support me, love to you. I'm doing what I got to do for me, Eric, and it's fine if you don't support me, man. It's cool.
Yeah, and I could contest to what Goon's saying. I'm sad that Goon left Clash because we used to just always talk about the same thing that we're playing. Now, I'm playing Clash, he's playing PUBG, and that commonality that we would talk about, at least with the game, isn't there as much. We still have a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about, but it was not an easy decision for him to drop Clash of Clans. And
No.
you know, I understand what you're saying about the poll. It makes sense. But sometimes, you know, you just get a feel with a poll, but in the end, I mean, this is his channel, and that's a great thing about YouTube. Also, it's our creation, and you guys, you know, help us along the way. We do things for you guys as well, but in the end, it's our creation, and we have to do what makes us happy. And if Goon is loving this game and creating content for another one just because that's what he feels he has to do, he's not really doing it out of enjoyment. And it's not like the guy's making a ton of money on his channel. It's not supporting his life. Like he said, he could barely go buy a Happy Meal on what he makes from the
What are you
channel.
talking about? Goon? I thought Goon was making $100K a year.
You're so funny. You are so funny. Look, guys, if you guys had a clue as to what we make as content creators, like it's wow. I don't even want to talk about it. But at the end of the day,
That's a lot of what people don't realize is, I mean, I recently
at the end of the day,
years. It's rough.
I put so much into my content, and the thing is, like, you don't realize how much work Bash, Echo, me put into every video, and dude, it's insane, man. That's all I can tell you, man. And at the end of the day, my channel basically I got murdered by the algorithm if I was doing two different games. Contents, and it was taking so much out of me to do both, and at the end of the day, man, I wasn't getting any love for it, so I had to make a choice. I made a choice as to what made me happy, and if you don't want to support me, dude, it's cool, man.
Well, he did say after you were talking a little bit, he said that there's no hate. He said he just loved watching your Clash stuff. I guess he's a Clash guy, and he said he just misses seeing
Yeah. I get that, and these guys, Bash and Echo, even Spooby in the chat, dude, support those guys, man. They're sticking in. They're
support
Clashers.
us. We put out better content than he ever did, so support us.
Come on, man.
We just don't get the cute attack names.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
What guys in chat? You know, talking about Kirsten not talking. She's just here to moderate us. For
She's moderating. Yeah.
I'm not even moderating though. I'm just watching.
No, you got to moderate the video call.
Oh yeah, I'm just making sure the boys behave.
Take
there
care,
you go.
Clash champs.
I do it in my clan too. I make sure the boys behave.
We need someone like you around. It's beneficial. But I think we should start wrapping things up here, guys. The stream's been live for an hour and a half. I've had enough of you guys, and I think it's time that we move on to other things for the night. But, no, I'm kidding.
I gotta say, Echo, I'm happy that this was brought up. I'm happy because a lot of people don't understand why we do the things we do, and this show kind of gives us an opportunity to bring that out. And thank you so much. Who was that?
Eric. It was Eric.
Eric.
This
thank
is
you
what
so
you
much,
should
man.
do. What you need to do is clip that file, and you need to put it on your channel reacting to that, just so it's a legit reaction so people could see it on your channel.
Electro tags, I think it was like 20 plus, like it, I don't know, and probably 10 of them were bots. I mean, at the end of the day, who knows? I mean, whether it's a terrible player or a bot, it's getting hard to figure out now. I mean, to be honest with you.
That's how I play.
Like,
I pretend I'm a bot. I like to pretend I'm a bot, and then
Hey,
I get them while they're not
we've
looking.
done that.
I've
done that,
seen
man.
the bot challenge. Pretend you're a bot and have the last mess with you or whatever.
That's funny.
Oh man.
I guess since
Dude, hey,
yeah.
I was going to say,
cut me off here.
sorry, dude.
Okay.
Thank you, Electro. But yeah, it's so hard, man. If you pretend, like me and Neelan had been pretending to be bots, like wear the green helmets and the level 1 armor. But dude, at the end of the day, man, some people are like me when it comes to, hey, bot or not, you get shot. And so you can play around if you want to, but there's some people out there that's going to put you down. So
I'm not
you
good
gotta
enough in
be careful.
PUBG. I just shoot whatever moves.
Yep.
I'm gonna hand the mic over to Kirstin right now. We're gonna start wrapping some things
The
up since the
chatterbox of the
questions
stream.
stop coming through. Yeah, she's finally gonna be able to speak a little bit. So say whatever you want because it's gonna be your last opportunity to speak, maybe ever on the Springtrap. Maybe not. We'll see.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
It sure is.
Ah,
Well, I was gonna say I played PUBG once on mobile, and I was really bad, and I deleted the game.
It's hard.
I did the same with Fortnite. Tried that on mobile. Haven't deleted the app, but just don't play it. Played on PS4 for a little bit. Managed to get 3 wins, so like
Nice.
Getting
I have
there.
no wins on Fortnite.
getting there. I got 1 win with 0 kills, so your girl's a champ at it. But yeah, if I ever mod you in stream, I'm sorry. I don't mean it personally. You're probably just annoying me.
But it's not personal at all.
It's not personal. I'm probably just getting annoyed, or I know that the streamer, whoever maybe Echo Bash, whatever, doesn't like that question or answers that question all the time. So
Yes,
like,
she knows as well.
I know. I've been with Echo since before 10K. So,
Yeah, wow. It's been a while.
but yeah, when you're a little baby channel. So, but I really enjoy it. People always ask me what I'm doing on my laptop, and then I say I'm moderating a YouTube stream. They're like, oh, damn. Like, that chick's nerdy ass. But I mean, like, I enjoy it.
We're worse. We're the ones creating the nerd content. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just moderating. I'm not actually doing stream. No, but it's cool. And yeah, it's Tuesday afternoon for me. I'm going to work after this. So it's it's been great. I've really enjoyed this. I was super nervous when I came on, but everyone in chat and you 3 have like made it really great. So
thanks. Well, it was great to have you. I knew it would be fun, just from your personality on stream all the time. Easy to get along with, easy to shoot this stuff around with. So thanks for coming. Loved having you.
thank you for having me,
Shout out
everybody.
to Kirstin and all the other mods that help us out. You guys don't realize
Yeah.
how much that helps us. Like, I mean, I know I've talked with you some, Kirstin. I'm sure Echo's talked with you some. Just some of the stuff we see in chat is just such a pain, and to have to, play the game, do this, do that, plus deal with the trolls in chat. We really do appreciate the mods.
Yep.
So you guys make our lives easier. So thanks for that.
Yeah, and that's why I
Okay.
thought Kirstin would be a great guest, because me and you together, Bash, we got the 4 cams now. She mods both of us. I think it would be like literally the perfect episode for her to come on. And I
exactly.
think it went well.
Yep.
Bash, anything that you'd like to say before we go?
I don't know what my cat's doing right now, but
Peanut!
he just scared me. Hold on.
Get Peanut on stream.
Shout out to Peanut the cat.
Uh-oh, Goon, what happened?
Goon just back to
Dude,
look.
I gotta tell you, man, I got to go to the restroom, bro.
We're closing off stream now.
Goon, say your goodbyes.
Stream's over.
I mean, for
This
me,
is a house tour. This is Cribs.
Yeah, man.
We've got Peanut on stream. This is like a house tour. This is
Oh,
we
God.
like
Keep
downhill.
it above the waist, Goon.
I like the ceiling. And mute it, please. Too.
Hey, oh yeah, that's metal.
That's a nice ceiling.
That is
Yeah, man.
weird.
Yeah, it's metal. It's tin, like tin.
Like
You see
10.
that in, like restaurants sometimes. That's pretty cool.
Tin, like
Yeah.
10.
10
Yeah,
like 10.
tin.
It's tin, like 10.
Oh my god.
Goon, do you want to say
Dude,
bye
I
to
gotta
everyone
pee
before you
right now,
start
bro.
letting it loose?
Goon, you want to say your goodbyes real quick?
Yeah.
Goodbye, stream. Goodbye.
All
Oh
right.
my God.
And guys, thank you so much for coming down. I appreciate it. Really a fun episode. I hope that you guys like the new overlays and the new look of the stream. Goon is literally about to urinate on
Echo's
stream.
literally like, hurry up and get off stream. So that Goon's not-
Spooby, you got to clip this. Spooby, this needs to be clipped and do something with it.
Peanut's
But
here, Goon's paying. It's great.
we are definitely out of here. He messed up the cams now. We're out of here,
ruined
guys.
it.
Thanks so much for coming through. I appreciate you guys.
guys.
I'll see all you back here
Much
later
love, Bash
on.
Nation.
Peace out.
Echo fam.